So I was just waiting for my tyre pressure TPMS, tyre pressure monitoring system, to kick in and indicate a tyre pressure, which it has done now, 44.3, and I don't want it to get any worse than that, because I want to verify whether I fixed the puncture properly or not. Because what happened was I went to go out on a ride, and the tyre pressure low pressure warning came up. So I put it away in the garage, got my other bike out, took that for a day's ride, and the next day I put a bacon strip, as they call them, in the tyre, where I'd identified a kind of like staple that had gone through the tyre. And so anyway, I thought, oh, that's done it, that's good. Put some water on it, couldn't see any water bubbles or anything like that. So I then left it a week and went to go on another ride out that I was leading, and wouldn't you know, as soon as I left the house, the low pressure warning came on, and I wanted to and I thought, oh no, either I didn't fix it properly or there is another leak. And so I took it back to the house, got my other bike out, led that ride, and then I checked it the next day, and I could not for the life of me find any other leak. The valves looked good, the sidewall looks good, the place where I'd repaired looked good, and I couldn't find a leak anywhere else. So I kind of pumped it up, and then I had to go away on business to Nashville for a week, and I came back and it had dropped about 1.5 psi, and I wasn't sure whether either I got a slow leak, slow puncture, which would be very annoying because the tyre's not that old, and a set of tyres on this will run you about $650, or maybe it was just a drop in temperature, because we dropped from pretty much summer weather, really, kind of 85 degrees, down to more like kind of 50, and even recently we had a couple of days down in the low 30s in the early morning. And of course, as the season changes, you need to check your tyre pressures. Please go and do that if you haven't done that already, because they will increase in the hot summer months and they will decrease in the winter months. And I check mine as a minimum once a month when I'm giving my bikes a thorough clean, and sometimes in between that as well. Anyway, I pumped it up last week, and I've left it, and I put in slightly extra from what the book says. The book says 42 for the rear and 36 for the front, and I actually put in about 38 front and 44 rear. I don't normally go over on temperatures and pressures, rather. If anything, I'm slightly under. But anyway, I thought I'd give it a ride, and I'm pleased to say seems to be holding its pressure just fine. I'm running with 40 in the front, so I do need to drop that a little bit, and 45.5 it's showing in the rear. Now the temperature, now the tyre is getting more up to temperature, as I'm a few miles from the house. The main thing is I'm not losing pressure at that rear, which is really good. That's given me more confidence that I can lead the ride that I'm going to lead on Saturday without a problem. So, puncture repair, there's lots of videos out on them and stuff, but I will say this, I have a fantastic compact puncture repair kit that works fantastically well. I fixed a number of friends' punctures, and I fixed a number of my own punctures with that kit, and I will put a picture of it and a link to it in the description. I get no kickback from it or anything, but you can pick it up on Amazon. And the same with a very a compact compressor that I always carry on the bike as well. So I have that kit on both of my bikes. It fits under the seat, even though the space is very, very small on both this and my arm. It fits under there just really nicely, and it's I think if you have you know, a puncture repair kit or compressor that's too large, you're just not going to use it. It's as simple as that. You won't carry it with you because it's too big and bulky, it takes up too much room, unless you've got panniers and all that kind of stuff, etc. But most people, you know, with sporty bikes, they don't. And so I will put links to those in the description. I also use a different compressor. I can do a UE here. I also use a different compressor when I'm at home, where, you know, the size of it isn't so important. Sometimes I'll pump up my tyres with the compressor that's built into the truck bed of my Rivian truck, but more often than not I'll use a powerful handheld. And again, if I can find a link to that in Amazon, I'll put that on in the description. And one charge of that is usually enough to do my Rivian truck to 50 psi, the Tesla and the MkII and the MR, no problem. Can do all 16 tyres on that one charge. Now, using the kit is very, very simple. The nice thing is it comes in a kind of cigar shape aluminum tube, and that tube also acts as a T-bar for the I don't know what they call it, reamer, I think they call it, or reamer, where you kind of you know, you pull the object out your tyre, preferably with some kind of mini pliers or something, and then you rim the hole so it's nice and roughed up at the edges, and then you swap it out for the kind of Y-shaped tip that you just smear a bacon strip between, and then you plunge it into the tyre. And what I do is I give it a 360-degree twist before pulling it out, and then that way you get a really good kind of knotted type seal inside the tyre itself, at the back of you know, the start of the puncture. And in doing that, I've never ever had a problem, I think, since using that kit and adopting that technique. So that's working really well, and I'm pleased to say my tyre pressure is still looking good, 45.5 psi and 40 on the front. I've just got to go home now and really adjust those pressures more in line with the manufacturer recommended pressures. But other than that, yeah, jobs are good and seems to be working very well, so pretty happy about that. And yeah, if you have a puncture at the moment, don't instantly think, oh, I need to go and have it replaced at a shop, because as long as your tyre's in good condition, as long as the damage isn't to the sidewall, as long as the hole isn't kind of massive, if it's kind of like, you know, the width of a screwdriver or less, then why not use a plug? You know, they're cheap as chips, and then your tyre should last its natural life and you shouldn't have any problems. I think people panic too much about tyres exploding and throwing the riders off and all this kind of nonsense. There's plenty of videos out there where people are doing really naughty illegal speeds and they get a puncture on the freeway and they just slow down and pull over. And I would say in my experience that's been the same. I can't guarantee it'll be the same for everyone, but in my experience that's been exactly the same. It's pretty controlled. When you get a puncture, it's not really the end of the world, and if you can fix it by the side of the road, it will certainly save you, even if you've got good recovery, it will save you waiting around a couple of hours for a recovery van who's typically not going to tow it to your house. They're only going to tow it to your dealer, who's then going to charge you for a new tyre, because they don't like to plug tyres, because let's face it, they don't make any money out of that, right? It takes 5 seconds and cheap as chips, whereas they quite happily sell you a $300 tyre instead. But hey, it's your money, and it's kind of up to you. But if it's down to me and my money, I don't want to be paying $650 for a set of tyres every 1,000 miles or so. If I get a puncture in both, I'd sooner just plug it and away I go. Obviously, if you ended up with 2 or 3 plugs in the tyre, you know, you might think differently, but just, you know, one puncture, fix it, and you'll be good to go. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this fall weather wherever you are in the world, and get out on your bike, and if you're finding it cold, it's probably a good excuse to buy some warmer winter clothing, right? Alright, enjoy the holidays, people. Sayonara. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.